Hi everyone, this is Mark of TechPinas.com and I'm with Mr. Shannon Mead, the country manager of HMD Global Philippines, and we're showing you the all-new Nokia One Android smartphone, which is currently their most affordable handset here in our country. Alright, so Shannon, can you give me a brief introduction about this cool new release?
Absolutely. So as you said, it's the most affordable price product that we've got in our portfolio, but it still runs on Android Oreo. It's the Go edition, which is actually optimized for the lower configuration memory. So the customer won't, won't lose out from the experience because it's optimized to run on sub 1 gig processor, and with an 8 gig RAM on board as well. You've still got enough storage, and with, of course, an expandable SD card, you can actually extend that storage as well. So we're excited to have that in the range.
Can we talk about the design?
Absolutely. So it's polycarbonate and it's inherent, which means that if you drop it, scratch it and so on, you don't see a kind of a metal or a white underneath. The colour is injected throughout. So obviously we know...
So it's not painted?
No, so it's actually, it's injected, so it's polycarbonate injected throughout with a colour. So if you do happen to get some scratches and nicks on there, you won't actually lose the colour.
Oh, that's great. And I also like that it's not a glossy finish.
Yes.
Because sometimes a glossy finish could get fingerprint marks.
Absolutely. When you're sweating like we are now, to end up having all of the fingerprints on there, sometimes annoying. But look, I think what you've noticed with the device is it's familiar. I think for those that have come on the Nokia journey, whether it's Lumia range, you always see this kind of nice sort of round average, the coloured edges as well. And as I shared in the presentation earlier, the best thing about this, express on cases. So what you'll be able to do, of course, is you accessorize. Now we've got 2 colours available out of the box. So we've got the warm red and the dark blue, which the consumers can purchase. I just bought this
from Argo Mall, actually, the blue version.
Fantastic, available online today.
Yes.
And then you will see a range of colours coming available. They're sold in 2 packs of 2, kind of a one SKU, sort of a yellow and a pink, and the other one a blue and a grey. And there'll be further ones coming available. I think what's cool about it though is that you'll find more and more coming into markets where people can actually buy what they want and accessorize as they want.
Because I remember some of the earlier touchscreen phones from Nokia, the Neuron, if you remember that. All of these phones had the Express On covers that you can just change, and you also brought it eventually to the feature phones, and I'm glad that it's back.
We got a lot of feedback about that, so I'm happy that we're being able to introduce that today.
I think it's also a great sign that HMD Global really understands the Nokia brand. I mean the history, the legacy of Nokia. And sure, slowly bringing back the things that we love from way back.
I agree. I mean, I've been with the brand for over 15 years, so I've been able to see all of those changes and the roller coaster ride, and happy to be with HMD Global as the home of Nokia phones, but listening to customers and introducing the things as you said.
Earlier you mentioned the Android Oreo Go edition operating system. So this one is the lightweight version of Android, which is meant to run on handsets with modest internal hardware, right? So did you work closely, did HMD Global work closely with Google in crafting this phone?
As a tier 1 partner of Google, we work closely with not only them on the Android Oreo Go edition, but also of course on Oreo and Android One, which we can talk about later. But it means it's actually it's built for the phone. So it's actually optimized. So it's not trying to condense, Oreo into something small. They build it from ground up based on, this configuration. But we are committed to monthly security updates. We're also committed to making sure that the devices, have constant updates. So you would have seen with the current portfolio, the 8, 6, 5, 3, and even the 2 have or will get Android Oreo.
Okay, that's great. So Shannon, can we give a brief rundown, a quick rundown of the technical specifications of the Nokia One?
Sure. So it's a 1.8 configuration. So it's a 1.8 configuration. As we said, it's running Oreo Go edition. What you'll find is because it's actually built for that. It won't necessarily lag with a full version of that. It's got 5 megapixel, 2 megapixel, so modest when it comes to the camera specs. But the people that are actually taking photos and sharing on Facebook at this price point and this demographic, you'll quite often find that Facebook is where it stops. So you don't need a 24 megapixel front-facing camera.
Just for staying connected on social media, right? From wherever you are.
Exactly. So I think the target market for this, again, whether it's your first 4G smartphone or whether it's enticing the older Nokia fans to their first Android experience with the brand, that becomes the product there. So I suppose the key things, aside from the camera, the 1.8 memory configuration Oreo Go Edition, they're sort of the things and the Express On case that we're really sort of focusing on with this device.
Okay, so the processor is MediaTek, right, Shannon?
Yes.
And it's quad-core.
Yes, so quad-core MediaTek, and you'll find there's 1 gig RAM and 8 gig ROM on board, as well as expandable with an SD memory card.
That's great. And considering the price of the phone, it's not bad at all.
Exactly. I think at $4,290 to have an Android Oreo experience, in the Express On cases becomes really compelling. And of course, it's available from today. You mentioned that you picked yours up at Argo Mall. So available at Argo Mall. We also launched today the official store on Lazada. And available in all key retailers.
Okay, so can you mention again the exact release date, Shannon? So that's going to be April
the 13th, so Friday the 13th, lucky for some. We're on sale in the Philippines.
Yeah, I always think it's going to be a lucky day. Any day actually is going to be a lucky.
Exactly.
Okay, so and it's the official price is
$4,290.
And how about the Express covers? When can you get it?
We are expecting them within the next 2 weeks. So we're needing to get them in and then of course get them out into retailers and online. So hopefully by that stage people will be used to their devices and just ready to get that change.
How much will the covers be?
We're finalising the pricing as we bring them in, of course with all of the different sort of imports, etc. So there's 2 different packs of 2.
So you get it packed.
You actually get a pack of 2. Yeah. So you can accessorize, you can mix and match. So if you've bought the red one and you decide to buy, for example, there's a kind of a pastely blue or like an azure color and a grey. You can choose that, or you can choose the yellow and the pink.
That's great. Very cute.
Yeah.
I love cute phones. So there you have it. Dear friends, that's Mr. Shannon Mead, the country manager of HMD Global Philippines. Thank you so much, Shannon.
Thank you.
Thank you.